great pleasure to welcome on stage Chris, Barrie and Hattie from Red Dwarf.
Because Chris is a gentleman, you see.
Well, that's nice.
Oh, I'm a gentleman, yes.
I'll see you in my quarters.
That's right, no, you're coming in terrorists of a lot of episodes.
I can see this is going to
Where are we? We haven't been in here before.
It's going to be what?
It's
very
like
interesting. Am I?
it's like a spaceship.
For some reason you're not mic'd up. I wonder why that is. Have you been talking bollocks all morning?
I sometimes do that, yeah.
Right microphone situation going here.
Emergency microphone.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Hello!
Hello!
How are you doing?
When was the last time?
What?
Are you having trouble with it?
No.
I just thought it'd be funny if his microphone worked and mine didn't.
What do you mean? Is. Circumstances that next week.
Right. Okay. Let's make a start, shall we?
I thought we already had.
I thought we did. Red Dwarf! Oh, come on! Red Dwarf! What is the best?
You're the one who said make a start.
I did!
But you've left a pause longer than it takes to read Tolkien, for God's sake. First sentence. So, Red Dwarf,
Comma. What's it like to work on such a fantastic series?
Alright.
not bad.
Not bad.
So they're all complete snakeheads.
What's it like? Well, I mean, we are in a fortunate position in some ways that the other members of the cast aren't here.
So you can say what you want.
What I bloody well like. And you know, if it wasn't for Robert Llewellyn, Craig Charles and Danny John-Jules, it would be quite a nice place to work, really. I don't mean it. See, I still haven't learned. They'll edit the bit before I don't mean it. And that'll be on YouTube, and the guys will be saying, "What's he got against me?" I thought I was getting on well with Chris. Yeah. I don't understand, sir. I thought you liked me. No, we wouldn't be here contemplating doing Series 11.
Series 11?
If it wasn't a good place to work.
In Series 11, is Holly going to be back?
I don't think so.
No?
Well, she wasn't in 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, so
You never know, Rimmer might find
just,
something.
I'm going to put in a damn good word for her.
I should think so.
Because she's still got it.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Can we have a little bit of banter between Rimmer
Well,
and Holly?
listen to the comic timing we've heard just in the last few minutes. You know, that is, this is a comedy genius in our midst, you know? It's high time that we had her back in Red Dwarf.
Yes? But I just mentioned you actually, in one of the episodes, you became a full person, not just a head as such.
Yeah.
Do you want to come as a full hologram or
no.
something like that?
No. Just as hot, I think.
Just as Holly,
Yeah,
just the head.
Just the head, yeah.
What's it like?
Because I didn't like the one time I had a costume, I didn't particularly like it, so I don't think I'll try that again. I'll go back to not having a costume. I just had a black polo neck jumper, that's all they bought, see? So I could have been naked for the rest of it. I wasn't.
But of course that might have been the black polo neck jumper that Norman wore. It might have been. It might have been. No?
You mean they didn't even buy a new one?
Probably not. No in the budget.
Well, it's great to have you guys here. And like I say, bringing Red Dwarf back, which we'd love to see both of you in, more than ever. But enough of blaming me. let's just open it to the audience. Let's get some questions from real dwarfers who want to actually ask the questions.
Absolutely. Are there any questions out here at all? I need some hands up. Like you just don't.
Where is it?
There he is, just here.
Hands there.
It's hiding.
Moving and in he comes now, he's going down the central aisle down there, who is spotted, but he's spotted someone short. But there he is. He's just going to get
Over the fence.
What would you say is your finest hour of Red Dwarf?
Who?
That's the finest hour.
What do you think, Melon?
Blimey. It's being covered in maple syrup. Ace.
What about the aged?
I think one of my, something I did, I don't know, but one of my favourite bits of watching was actually during Dimension Jump, when Ace Rimmer and Lister went out to mend the ship, the damaged ship, and they were outside the spaceship on a balcony, and it was freezing cold because I never went anywhere on location, so it's the closest I got to it. They were outside on a balcony and mending the ship, and all the SFX blokes and all them were just chucking buckets of cold water over them, and they had a whole wind fan thing going and blowing.
That was a Volkswagen powered wind machine. Which I'm surprised, you had to sort of anchor the thing down with sort of, 5-ton weight, so it didn't take off itself, So that's the force of wind. I talked about it last night actually, because they were throwing gallonage of water, into the track, into the sort of wind. So we were told to speak, and of course we nearly drowned. So it's your best moment in Red Dwarf was watching us nearly drown. Thanks, Hattie.
And they were deliberately throwing it every time they went to say something. So mouth the cup of water, and they could use tepid water, but they deliberately chose freezing cold water.
The glamour of showbiz.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, my most memorable moment, well, as I've said before, you can't really get much more memorable than kissing Craig Charles. That is, we both prepared ourselves mentally and physically for that moment, and it did last an eternity. And then by went, action! And I could hear the sadism in his voice. Action! And then we kissed, our lips met.
That's how you felt.
Exactly. And it just seemed like an eternity before he went, cut! Like that. But yeah, there'll be many memorable moments.
Was there any tongue?
Sorry?
Was there any tongue?
Oh yes! I think you can tell, I'm not an expert in kissing, but I think you can tell if people are trying to do a screen snog and they're not doing it properly, you know what I mean? There's, you've got to have the sort of, the connection inside, for it to go and happen. Anyway, enough of all that, moving on.
That's a too happy memory, well, that's a bit.
I mean, Chris, you started as a vocal actor, doing different voices on Spitting Image, and I remember chatting to you before, you actually did a voiceover for Two Tribes, Frankie Goes to Hollywood.
Yes.
How does that compare to the acting you're doing now, the vocal acting?
Well, doing impersonations is, you're mimicking a voice. It's different to acting, where you're sort of doing things from the inside, as opposed to when you're mimicking someone, you're doing things from the outside, and putting on a silly voice. When somebody doing Paul Daniels, you may like it or you may not. Not a lot, but my magic show is the worst show on TV, because you see my voice goes up like this, then it goes down like this, then it reaches an irritating note. You shut your eyes, I do the trick, and that's magic.
He nicked my watch in the BBC canteen, do you remember?
I remember that, yeah. I mean, he's a very incredibly clever man, actually. But doing something like that is just literally copying or exaggerating the voice, So quite different to doing so-called acting.
I mean, Hattie, you worked on...
You're reading it off there, what did I do?
You did an American improv show called Total Looped.
Yeah, never mind.
Oh dear. With Phil Jupiters though.
No, it was fine, it was fine.
You didn't like it?
No, it was good. It's just...
Wasn't you, or...?
No, it was fine.
Oh,
Just thinking, so what?
I think it's time to move on from the paragraph you just read, sir.
Yes, I guess so. Another question from the floor, please.
And down he comes now, away from me now, running round the far side, and there's a lady in blue.
Oh, it's a Supergirl.
Both of you again. If you could play any character in any film, what would it be?
Truthfully, I'd worry about that when they ask me, but other than that,
Any character in any film. That's a tricky one.
I mean, he was the butler in Lara Croft.
Yes.
And that kind of thing.
Well, if it was Tomb Raider...
Was that the one you asked for?
No, I would have liked to play Lara Croft. But unfortunately, I'm not right for the part. But that would be the answer to your question, you know. All I did was walk around with a tray every now and then and make a few stupid facial expressions, whereas she did all that bungee dancing and you know, motorcycling and horse riding and stuff. And got to fire those guns and stuff. I mean, it was an action movie, but I didn't get that much action. So yeah, I would have wanted to play Lara Croft in that particular movie. Live and Let Die, I would have gone for the Roger Moore part.
Can you do a good Roger Moore accent?
It has been known, to say that about it. The thing about Roger Moore is his eyebrows, they're very mobile. Although Sean Connery is probably a slightly easier voice to do. Can you do one?
Blofeld.
Blofeld, that's not bad. If you do Blofeld, you've got it. So yes, so yeah, I mean, we walk off that stage, we'll think of 10 sort of things we'd rather do, but I mean, yeah, I can't, you know, any of those action movies, I'd like to sort of have a good lead role in a proper action movie, but age may not be on my side now. Yeah, but no, Series 11, if Ace comes back, I get to do a bit more action stuff, and, you know, I might be spotted.
Yeah, a film of Ace, that'd be good.
That'd be good.
Any more questions from the floor? Oh gosh, I've got loads. I might head back there, but I've got this over here.
He's going there, in the same route now, fighting his way through the crowd.
This is a question for Chris. Did you ever get hurt while doing any of the serious action scenes or anything like that in Dwarf?
Oddly enough, during the action scenes themselves, the sort of few that I didn't get hurt. But when I was backstage in, I think it was Series 8, just larking about with the other guys, a submarine hatch fell on my fingers. So,
Completely out of blue.
yeah, and that was, I just went almost faint. But during the actual filming of it, no, we did some fairly interesting stuff, you know, sort of on heights and a bit of motorcycling and stuff like that with Ace, and a bit of dangling, fighting with a crocodile. But no, all those, I was fine. It was just standing around drinking tea out of a polystyrene cup. This submarine hatch fell on my fingers. And that's the most hurt I've ever been. Going through those in Back to Earth, we had to sort of run through the glass towards the end, one of the end sequences, and Back to Earth, of course, your favourite edition of Red Dwarf. But anyway, running through that, it was sort of showbiz glass, so it didn't hurt, you know, it's sort of easily shatterable stuff. So no, you know, touch a certain amount of wood. Is that wood? Any wood? Hang on, I'm incredibly superstitious, so I'm just going over to touch of wood. There we go.
Oh, have you got a splinter now?
Touch of wood, no. So no, I've remained injury-free on that front.
Another question, please.
Nor did I during my action shots either.
Come on over here, actually. A question for Chris. How much do you feel Rimmer's personality has changed, his character has changed since the start? And is there more of you in the character now than there was at the start?
I'm not very happy with that question. Next. No, I don't think there's really any of me there. He lied. No, I don't know.
You're going to tell them about when we went round the engine museum in Manchester a couple of weeks ago. That was a Rimmer-esque experience.
You told me you wanted, you dragged me there. I don't know. I think it's Doug. I remember we went through a phase where anything some of the characters said in rehearsal, you know, it just sitting around having a cup of tea or something, or a discussion about the script, you know, Doug would put in to the script. So I did see the occasional line on the page, thinking, hang on, I said that the other day, you know. I mean, one day the rehearsal was going nowhere, and I was just getting really, you know, fed up, frankly. So I just said, for God's sake, can we just be more professional and get on with the rehearsing? And you know, Doug put that in the script. You know, when we're in Starbuck, let's just be more professional. So I don't know. Maybe you know, you play a character for a long time, and elements of your own personality might sort of eke into it. You know, but. No, I mean, if my entire personality was Rimmer, I'd be in real trouble, wouldn't I? So I don't know, maybe Doug knows me so well and the performance of Rimmer so well that you know, he's observed elements of my personality and maybe put them in, but really only to help the show along, I think. You know, it's 27 years, I mean, you know, I'm going to change, we all change a bit from our mid-late 20s to our mid-50s, don't we? I think. So yeah, you might be right, it might be a bit more of me, you know, in Series 10, for example, you know?
I remember we were sitting in the canteen with Craig, and we had like sausage and mash and all the gravy, and he goes, I don't know why you, oh, you better do the impression, because I don't know why you, guys always just write me in there all the time as a slob. And then he picked up his plate and drank the gravy. I might just shout because this isn't working. Thanks, so that was that. Hello, yeah. CNN, please, now you. And Robert is always apologising, so he's got that bit of his personality.
Oh, he's guilt-free. He's guilt, you know, sort of.
If it's
guilty apologetic liberal, isn't he? Yeah. I'm so sorry, sir. It's not a good day today. The sun isn't shining. Put it in an English accent often.
Another question from the floor, please. Yes, I'm sure we've got one more question here, and then there are a couple more down there. Oh, have you got the bottle? Yes.
This is for Chris. Hello. Could you do the full Rimmer salute?
Full Rimmer salute, well, I've had some practice today. When you say full, the full official Rimmer salute, as opposed to the ultra full Hollister, I think you're a god, let me off all my misdeeds forever salute, because that would take us into next Wednesday. Okay, here's the official full.
Big round of applause for that. Would you believe it? We are running out of time.
No, we're only just getting going.
No? The thing is, though, I guess if you have got any more questions, they're going to be over in the kind of the signing area, aren't you? The lovely little signing area there. So go and have a chat with them in the signing area, and I'm sure you'll have a nice little chat with them.
Can we have a big round of applause?